Welcome to a special solo episode of Meals on Wheels. I'm your host, Marcus Gunderson, and today we're delving into a topic that affects millions worldwide: food insecurity and resources available to combat it. Food insecurity isn't just a statistic, it's a harsh reality for far too many families and individuals, spanning across continents and cultures. It's the empty stomachs of children who go to bed hungry, the skipped meals of parents who sacrifice their own nourishment to ensure their children have enough to eat, and the heart-wrenching decisions faced by families torn between paying bills and putting food on the table. But what is exact food security, insecurity exactly? It's more than just hunger. It's about access, affordability, and availability of nutritious food. It's about systemic barriers that prevent individuals from accessing the nourishment they need to thrive. In communities around the world, food insecurity manifests itself in a myriad of ways. It's a single parent working multiple jobs just to make ends meet, yet still struggling to afford nutritious groceries. It's the elderly couple living on a fixed income, forced to choose between buying medication or buying tonight's dinner. It's the rural farmer facing droughts or floods, unsure if their crops will yield enough to feed their family for the year. Food insecurity is not just a matter of having enough food. It's about the anxiety and the uncertainty that will come with unknowing where your next meal will come from. It's about the toll it takes on the physical health, the mental well-being, and the ability to thrive and succeed in life. As we grapple with the complexities of food insecurity, it's essential to recognize that it's not just a problem of individual behavior or lack of resources. It's deeply rooted in systemic issues such as poverty, inequality, and adequate access to education and employment opportunities. Yet, amidst these challenges, there are glimmers of hope. There are individuals and organizations tirelessly working around the clock to address food insecurity from every angle. From community initiatives to global advocacy campaigns, the fight against hunger is fueled by compassion, innovation, and a shared commitment to build more than just an equitable world. But the work is far from over. As we confront the complexities of food insecurity, we must also confront the underlying systemic issues that perpetuate it. We must advocate for policies that prioritize food access and affordability, support local farmers and food producers, and address the root causes of poverty and inequality. As I sit here reflecting on this issue, I can't think but help I can't help but think about the countless people around the world who are faced with food insecurity right at this moment. From children in underserved communities to elderly individuals living on fixed incomes, the impact of hunger is far-reaching and deeply felt. But amidst this darkness, there is light. There are individuals and organizations who refuse to stand idly by in the face of such an injustice. From food banks and soup kitchens to community gardens and advocacy groups, there's a growing movement dedicated to ending food insecurity once and for all. As I contemplate the role each of us can play in this fight, I'm reminded of the power of collective action. Whether it's donating to a local food bank, volunteering your time, or advocating for policy change, there are countless ways to make a difference, no matter how small. And these opportunities are far more accessible than most people would believe. You can go to your local food bank and help there. You can donate some cans of food to your local food bank. You can go to the Scouts, Boy Scouts of America, and they usually do pickups year round. You can go make food for the homeless. You can take someone out to lunch that may be struggling. There are endless opportunities for us to serve and help each other. It's more just finding the access and motivation to do so. Everyone has the opportunity to, but some people don't choose to, and that's what we need to change is we need to change our mindset. We have to figure out what's most important to us and decide that it might be more important to help out other people than to thrive for ourselves. Coming from a low income family, I understand how hard it can be to just find something you can do, but it doesn't even have to cost money. Growing up, I used to go to a food bank about once a month, and we would make burritos and sandwiches, like little lunch bags for homeless people. And it was one of the best things we did as a family because not only did it give us family time, but it was something worth fighting for. Because every week it wasn't something easy for our family to do. We didn't always have the most luxurious dinners. We ate a lot of the same foods every day. Um, we were a big cereal and ramen family. I'd come home from school as a 9-year-old and I'd be learning how to make myself a bowl of ramen because we just couldn't afford the nice foods that everyone else was enjoying. Or when I'd go to a friend's house, you would see their just pantry stocked full of these nice foods that are not just pre-packaged processed foods, but growing up in a low-income family, you see a lot of that. You see a lot of the Spam, top ramens, um, packaged noodles, mac and cheese. It's something that's we thrive off of because it's one thing that's cheap and affordable and easy to get, and it doesn't take a single mom of five, like my family was, to make that food for us. And it's something that she can just snap, put it on the stove, and she can take care of it for 11 minutes and feed our family of five. But it's not fair that she has to do that. She shouldn't have to do that. She should have the accessibility and the she should have the accessibility to it. It's not something she should be worrying about. Uh, but enough about me. As I wrap up this episode, I want to leave you guys with a couple challenges. Take a moment to reflect on your own relationship with food and consider how you can use your privilege and resources to support those who are struggling. It doesn't have to be big, but just do something. Together, we can create a future where no one has to go to bed hungry, where everyone has access to the nourishment they need to thrive. It's a future worth fighting for, and it starts with each and every one of us taking action, no matter how small that action is. Thank you for joining me on this solo journey through the complex and urgent issue of food insecurity. I'm Marcus Gunderson. Until next time on Meals on Wheels, remember to be kind, be compassionate, and never underestimate the power of a shared meal.